The outbreak plan today doesn't require students to get tested for COVID-19, though it is recommended. The CBC's Tamina Aziz spoke to some parents about the new plan. She joins us live in studio. Tamina, is this enough for parents?
Kat, the parents I spoke with seem to have mixed reactions. I spoke with Jane MacArthur yesterday. She wasn't completely sure of her decision to send her children back to school, and this announcement didn't ease her mind at all.
I think from a broad public health perspective, a very rigorous testing and tracing strategy is important for tracking a virus such as COVID-19. I think, again, I hate to look backwards and be negative, but this is something we needed to have in place very early on. I think the mask policy is a good policy. I think it should spread throughout the age groups in the school. That's a good thing. Trying to keep teachers with their bubble of students, that's a good thing. Paying attention to hand washing, there are some good things, but it doesn't go far enough based on what the newest evidence about how the virus is transmitted.
MacArthur says she would send her kids to get tested if they showed symptoms and that it's a community obligation to inform the public. I also spoke with Sheena McKay. She's a mother of 3 who's also sending her kids back to school. She's relieved to hear that testing isn't mandatory and that she didn't want to put her kids through the trauma of frequent testing.
If you were to ask any of my 3 kids, what they're most nervous about is having to do the test. Not so much about catching it, but that process. My heart goes out to the teachers and the staff that are on the front lines right now. I think it is most concerning for them to not have kids tested because they are there day in, day out. We can pull our kids out of school. When we are worried, they are expected to be at school day in, day out. So I can understand the concern on their part and why there may be a backlash in choosing not to mandatory or causing tests to be mandatory.
McKay says she will get her kids tested if they show symptoms and hopes others think the same. She'll continue to watch the numbers very closely to determine whether her kids will remain in class.
Tamina, if a school does end up in an outbreak, how will parents be notified?
Well, the province says information about confirmed cases at schools will be posted online for parents and the public to see, though details will be limited to protect the privacy of COVID-19 patients. Kat.
Thanks, Tamina. The CBC's Tamina Aziz.